Hey, what's up guys? Diplex here again. Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy at War. Might have caught a bit of a cold, but otherwise I'm doing pretty fine. Happy that you guys are here watching. So I just wanted to extend my appreciation for everyone who's been watching the videos the last week, and of course this one. YouTube hasn't been treating my videos too nicely. I'm getting below average views, or at least, you know, what I'm used to earlier this year. I don't think we're going to see the glory days of 2016 anytime soon, but they're still quite far below average. So, to all of you who've been watching, thank you so much. I think it's the same people because all the views are like the same for all the videos I uploaded last week. It doesn't make any sense, but it was a long time ago since YouTube made sense. But, anyway, guys, I've provided you with a timestamp down in the comment section below if you want to skip the intro. I'm not trying to make fun of people who always post the timestamps to the battle start. I'm literally just trying to be of service for you guys. I do appreciate the fact that 10-minute intros can get a bit tedious, but I appreciate you understanding that sometimes I do get a bit carried away. I don't really keep an eye on the time, and it's hard to edit everything out, so instead I just include everything in the video. But from now on, starting last week, there's going to be a timestamp in each of these battles taking you straight to the action. Yeah, I understand some of you know the history, some of you get what's going to happen just by reading the title, so I understand that some of you don't really care for my rambling, but, you know, to everyone watching, no matter if you watch all the intros, if you just skip straight to the battle, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are keeping this afloat, and I'm going to keep at it no matter how many views I get on my videos. I'm not going to change my content. It's only going to get better and better. I'm going to try and keep the standard up, even though I'm uploading daily, sometimes twice a day. I'm going to try and mix things up with videos that don't require so much prep work. And of course, I do want to stretch out my thanks to the mappers of the Men of War community. In this case, Mr. Bloodmoon, for providing us with this map. Beautiful Naboo map, by the way. So what do we have in front of us today? We've got a first line of defense containing Battledroids, Super Battledroids, and Droidicas. Further back here in the center, we have Dwarf Droids, I do believe. Dwarf Spiders. These guys. My favorite Confederate vehicle. Sounds funny to say Confederate vehicle, because you do think of a different Confederacy, but, you know, Confederacy of the Independent States. And we've got more battle droids here as well. The tall grass makes them hard to distinguish, but they are here in plenty of numbers. And of course, we do have the target objective for today, which is the droid holdout here in the center of the city. It's on this man-made island, or Naboo-made island. I don't know. Are they men? Are they humans on Naboo? Naboonians? I don't know. Anyway, and there's a choke point. There's a choke point right here, and there's a few other entries. My name's Liam. Anyway, sorry, but yeah, that's what we've got. There's a few AAT tanks back here as well, ready to resist, moving up to probably counter the clone AT-TEs and AT-XTs. That's right, we've got the AT-XT, which I don't think we've ever used in a video before. They're experimental walkers introduced around the time of 22 BBY, which was around the time of the Battle of Geonosis, which was one of the... It was actually like the first major battle between clones and droids in the Clone Wars. This would take place before then, but then again, clones didn't really set foot on Naboo, so this is fictional, in a fictional universe. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and say hello to everyone rejoining us for the battle. So without further ado, let's get it started. And also, I would really appreciate if you guys could spend a minute down in the comment section down below showing some love to Mr. Bloodmoon and his work. It's really vital for me and you guys, because without the maps, there wouldn't be anything to play on, and when it comes to my video making, it would just slow me down substantially. I wouldn't have the time to make the content, really, on a daily basis. So, to all the mappers of Men of War, thank you guys so much. Holy shit, the fight is on, to say the least. The first line of droids are now engaging the clone troopers coming out of the forest line. These guys are Phase One Clones, unmarked clones, so I'll leave the Legion up to your imagination. Droidica moving up. Oh, being quickly taken out by presumably the two AT-TEs moving down the hill. They are going to get engaged by the AATs and droids over here. In fact, we have the two tanks moving up, so we're going to see that in a minute. Over here on the left side, I can hear the iconic sound of the dwarf droids moving up. I just love it. And in the distance, you guys can see the two AT-XTs, experimental walkers. That's awesome. That sound always gets me. It's so cool. Look at the shields on that AT-XT. I mean, that's pretty insane. It's taking so much fire, but it's still active. Walking away. Or not walking away, but it's continuing its advance towards the droid defensive lines. And now we have a lot of the clone forces converging on this center entrenched position here among the stone sculptures here on Naboo. We have some turrets. We have some droids in the sort of dugout trenches. So that's pretty cool. I think the AT-TEs here on the opposite side of the river have now taken out the droids, but we do have the two AATs moving up as well. One over here in the forest line. That's a really nice position. So they've kind of lined up on either side of this stone structure here in the center. And now we have some droid troops occupying this position. So this is going to be a stronghold over the coming minutes as more and more clones converge on that position. But first, they have to take this out. The two AT-XT walkers have knocked out the droids. Some of them, there's a few occupying the turrets. And here's a lone super battle droid with a death wish. Look at him headbanging. Oh my god. Look at him go. I think his optics or sights have been messed up by some clone blaster, so he's firing all over the place. He's having a hard time acquiring the targets. Yeah, he's messed up. And he's down. Good try. Oh, one of the AT-XTs have flipped. That's bad. You gotta watch out. Two legs are not as stable as four legs. Don't do it, man. Don't go down there. I guarantee you, you will not make it. And that's a pretty big jump. Or a big gap, like a big step. I don't think your legs extend that far. Actually, they should. Look at that joint right there. But still, in the game, it's not going to work. AAT's moving up. I think they're focused on this AT-XT. And the AT-TEs don't seem to be all too concerned about the fire coming out of the force line. Okay, yeah, they've got its attention now. It's moving down. Two cannons focused. Okay, they're firing at the stone sculpture instead. Got more clone infantry moving down as well. This AAT is caught out in the center. Sorry about the impact errors. I don't know where that's from. Probably the mod itself might need a restart, but now it's too late. We're probably not going to see that reoccur too much. More clone troopers moving up here on the left side. But right now they're just kind of stabilizing after taking the field. They've secured the field. So I'm going to take this time here, or the opportunity when there's a bit of a standstill here in the battle, to thank you guys for the reaction to yesterday's video. Maybe not all of you have seen it. It was 99.99% well received, and I really do appreciate you guys being understanding. It actually took a lot for me to upload it, because I wasn't really sure how you guys were going to receive it or respect it in that sense. Yes, for sure, it is just a game, and maybe it might be weird to show pity or feel pity over someone, you know, creating videos with low quality graphics and a laggy gameplay. But it really struck me emotionally because I can relate. He's 13 now. I was 16 when I first started out, and his commentary is so professional for his age. I was just blown away. So I really want to help him as a hopefully future content creator with just better tools. It really struck me emotionally because I felt nostalgic, and seeing someone try so hard and do so well with crappy tools is sad. And that's it. It just struck me. I guess I'm a softie. I guess I have a big heart. So once again, most of you were super understanding. Apparently, I struck a note with some of you guys as well. And some of you, very few, I think 2 or 3 comments stood out as like, bruh, like you're a pussy and you're a soy boy and stuff like that. For the record, I don't like to reply like this because I feel like it's a nerdy, not nerdy, but it's a stupid way to reply. It's like bringing myself down to their level. But I don't touch any of that vegan soy stuff. I drink milk. I eat meat. I curl easily 45 pounds dumbbells, right? 100 reps, 120 reps daily, no problem. I'm 6'3", I weigh 200 pounds, and I do 20 pull-ups. Like, I'm not a soft boy, even though I look harmless. I get it. And I showed some heart, because if I hadn't, he would not have gained the attention. So I wanted to do him good and put myself out there in the firing line. And speaking about firing line, back to the topic at hand here, as the AT-XT is just taking so much fire. It has received a hit. It's still standing, and it's still supporting the clones moving up here on the right side. It's reached a stationary position, not getting too close to the droid infantry, because, oh boy, let me tell you, they have a lot of numbers out here in the field, hiding in the tall grass. And there we go, that AT-XT is brought down, and the fight resumes as the clones have just cleared out that center position. Whoa! Crazy. AT-TE is now focusing on the droids, and they're actually moving down together with the clone troopers back here. So they're bound to cross the river to continue the assault on the opposite side. There's still a few droids holding the ruins here, but I think the clone troopers outside will clean them out shortly. Lots of troops on the field. I'm so excited to see them breach the city border here, get into the city itself. There's a detonation here. I wonder where from. Probably an explosion. Maybe an AT-TE fired through or over the gate. I don't know how. I hear some of the droidicas as well. One's over here. The other's here. Okay, so they're just stationed. Oh, it could have been one of the 2 super battle droids who just like flipped over and exploded. Such a goofy. We've got way more droids behind this wall here, ready to receive. This might be a new entry point for the clones. They might not have to go around, but it depends on how far they get around the flank. Right now, there's a huge battle here between the droids and clones out in the field. We have 2 supporting AT-TEs. We've got droid artillery landing close to the clones, and we've also got a lot of rocket infantry here for the droids, and they are targeting the AT-TEs. We saw the left one there across the river get hit, but the shields absorbed all the rocket damage. So the Republic vehicles have really good shields, as far as I can tell. They seem to just withstand way more damage than the droid vehicles, although they are bigger, so they maybe should be used in less numbers. But yeah, I'm sure we're going to see one, if not both, AT-TEs go down by the end of this battle, simply because of the droid firepower on the field. So the clones are securing this high ground. Looking pretty good, actually. Very nice. Look at them. Love that white against the green. Very bright blaster fire this day here on Naboo. And they're moving up. So there's droids in the foliage here, in the forest. Hard to spot, but they're hidden here like Viet Cong. So the one AT-TE that crossed the river is now really joining in together with the clones to fight the droids. More squares. I'm not sure where that's from. Could just be like overload. clones and droids at it here outside the city center. No one seems to be the clear winner yet. They're just exchanging fire for minutes on end. But we got some more supporting fire across the river. That might actually push the droids back for a bit. We've got a big number of clones here, together with the second walker. So they're moving up for the ruins. Big explosions landing back there as well, so there's probably way more droid forces out in the field than we can actually see. They kind of blend in well with the terrain. Yeah, the quad guns up front are firing at the droids. The main cannon is still acquiring targets. I think the clones have pushed the droids back sufficiently now, so they might actually go in for an attack on the city itself. There goes another explosion. Jeez. This AT-TE is just clearing out this forest patch outside the city where a lot of droids were hiding. Oh, it's taking some rocket fire though. And the black square glitch seems to have stopped. No, it's back again. It's back and forth. I don't really know what makes it happen, but it seems to be on and off. Big explosion. Yeah, they're definitely pushing the droids back now. You can see them in full retreat here, heading back to the forest line for cover. The droids out in the open have also been pushed back. That AT-TE back there is stationary, but the clones have for sure cleaned out this ruin right now, so they're going to be advancing across the river, and they might actually enter the city from this direction here, just getting over this wall past the defenders currently holding it. So that's going to be its own separate fight. Alongside this one over here that is currently just starting out. One clone made it in. He was gunned down. We have a second one. He also crawled up. He's shot dead. He just crawled up in front of this droid, kind of blending in with the pillar, I suppose. Really interesting architecture. Look at this design here. Oriental feel for sure. We've got clones now outside the city engaging. Yeah, lots of clones starting to mass on this position right now. And this AT-TE definitely wants to have a play a role in this part, definitely. Moving up closer to the wall. It might actually try and move up to the high ground here, which would be excellent for the clones. Droidica moving up here to the rear lines, or to the front lines, actually. He's like, get out of the way, you clunkers. Wow. Absolutely no respect for the droids and their only cover in this case. He's going to kill 2 droids doing that, so what a boss. Hopefully he weighs it up with clone casualties. What a boss Droidica. Doesn't give a shit. He's like, out of the way, droids. Get the fuck out. Out of my way. Just fucking moving up, shaking back and forth with its little legs. Right, so there might be a droid counterattack here. I'm seeing a lot of them move up, and they might isolate a few clones out here in the center, away from their main force by the wall. In fact, this force is looking so big now, I'm not even sure which part is the main force, but there are hundreds of clones right here. There's an AT-TE in support further back. This one got off the high ground. It's moving in for the walls, where hundreds of more clones are located, ready to move in. So there's one point of entry right here. There's also one over here where a lot of clones are currently located at, firing into the city from the outside, targeting droids, being targeted themselves as well. Alright, I think we might have an entrance now. A breakthrough. This is a bit of a choke point, so we're going to see a lot of clone casualties here, unless they can stabilize quickly. Oh yeah, they're sending numbers through now. This might be a good one. In combination with the firepower from outside. Yeah, they have broken through. And they are in. That's awesome. That's so cool. Big exchange of fire here. Urban combat between droids and clones in the streets of Naboo. I don't know what the capital is called. I know the planet is called Naboo, but I've forgotten about the name of the capital. But this is where we're at. This is the target location. It's a I don't know. It's an island of some sort. It's a I don't know what to call it. It's just a canal structure, in a way. I suppose there's canals here. It's cool. It's got a fountain in the center. So there's no, like, command post or anything. Well, there's a few stations around here, but, yeah. This is where the droids have their command HQ anyway, so it's a cool location. There's bridges separating them, so the clones do have to mass over them, but I think they can win the firefight and gain security right outside by not even crossing the bridge, so that should be all fine for them. Right now they're engaged in a very long firefight, or a long-range firefight. They're not even up close. So the clones are comfortably firing their DC-15As from all the way back here. I think they're definitely besting the droid E11s or E5s at this range. But I've seen better clones be killed by droid small arms at long range before, so don't ever underestimate them. They're deadly warriors as well. This side has been cleared out. The clones took care of it as well as they were flanking. That's nice. And over here by the parking lot, we have the other part of the main force right now just pushing the droids out of the city. This is really cool. I like seeing several fights going on at the same time throughout the city. Not really directly connected in any sense. I wondered, did we lose an AT-TE or... No, it's back here. It's just been walking around, having a good old time. Oh. Yeah, it's on patrol. On patrol. So, I think that's it for the battle here in the city. The droids have all been knocked out. No, there's a few here. The clones definitely have to get across to reach these guys. They are in sufficient cover back here, out of the view from outside. So we're going to see clones actually storm this structure now. This must be the Naboo national flag, or the planetary flag. Cool. Don't think I've ever seen that before. But it just looks suitable to the planet and its population. I wonder if Naboo was this case of like human colonization, or whatever you call the people. I guess they're called humans as well. I don't know, but because you know how the Gungans live underwater, if they like built all of this and then were forced out of their homes. I don't know, but you know, because they were like, they didn't want to help at first, and then they were like, okay, we'll pitch in, we'll go to war. Bloody Gungans, man. But yeah, that's it for the city center. Here by the outskirts, the clones are still pushing the droids out. They are in constant retreat. This is a really cool close quarter battle, but we've reached the end of the fight, and the clones are victorious. I'm surprised they have this much manpower remaining. I think it's because I expected the walkers to go down. I think they are responsible for massive casualties here for the droids, and if they had been brought down by the many rockets the droids had, then well, it could have been a different outcome for sure. So we're gonna open up the HUD and click these guys to have a look at their doings. Oh, this one's knocked out. This one is untouchable, so that's one down. That explains why it was just sitting still. This one, on the other hand, I think this guy is a bad boy. 124 casualties. 124 droids. Like, imagine if this guy had been brought down earlier and it had only taken away like half of that. You'd have another 62 droids. 62 droids. That's about as many clones as you can see on screen right now. Yeah? Pretty much. Maybe less, but still. That would have had a big impact. But once again, it's always different every time you hit that start button. They brought this one down. They could have easily brought this one down as well, but it didn't happen. It was kind of cautious. It did burn for a second, but I think it repaired itself. Or did it not? I might have just caught a different one burning. Who knows? Anyway, that's impressive. And 7 vehicles down. That must be Super Battledroids, Droidicas, Dwarf Droids, potentially also one of the two. Or two, I suppose. AATs back there in the distance. So we're going to have a quick look at casualties. We're going to mark the droid casualties in yellow and the clone casualties in red. And you can see big, large groupings of casualties here and there. Over here we got a few dozen on the hill. Lots of droids out here in the open dead, like so many. And here's a group of them, the clones, dead to what I think was firepower coming out of this forest patch here. I loved seeing the droids like take cover among the foliage and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. Like, pretty cool seeing them clear that out. Now we got a shit ton of clones here. Definitely securing this city with ease. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and I will see you guys soon again. I'm going to try and rest now and get better for tomorrow. And yeah, perhaps I'll be able to commentate a bit more. Perhaps some of you wish me to stay this ill so that I don't talk as much. Whatever, I can adjust no matter how I'm feeling. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon again. Ciao.